Pretty good. Your picture's froze. There we go. So check it
Am I
out.
good now?
They're gonna think I'm in a cult.
Nice.
They're gonna
You
think
got
I'm
your
in a
cult
cult.
cut.
I got me a haircut, and it was free. My wife cut it.
Fix the connection a little bit there. Now it should be better.
Yeah,
That's
look how much
awesome.
younger I look with short hair.
Now the Democrats are really going to call us cult members. That is hilarious. Let's
Boy, I hope
go,
they come in
MAGA.
here
Welcome
soon.
in, Justin. Welcome in. He was in the last stream. I was telling everyone to join into the stream.
That's
And we
right.
got some
Let's go,
people
MAGA.
coming in. That's right, Justin. That's right. They're going extra crazy today. Like, I think I got maybe
That's
10
all
death
that.
threats today.
And that's some bullshit, because if they got a problem with you, I got a problem with them.
Yeah, one guy's threatening me. I'm a cybersecurity expert. I'm going to find where you live.
Hey, you got to go through no cyber nothing to find me. It's easy.
I told him a million times, and he made like 3 new accounts. He made 3 new accounts. I blocked him 3 times, and every single time he made a new account, he said,
that
I'm going
is
to
some
find
serious
you.
psychosis. Yeah, that's some serious psychosis right there.
He said, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. I said, come and try.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It
I
ain't
got
that
like,
hard.
a bunch of other death threats I'm sure you saw on there. Someone said,
It's
you're going to
easier
reap
to
what you
find me.
sow.
Yeah, it's easier to find me than it is to find you. I mean, you're across the pond, but I'm right here, and I'll back up whatever you say. So if they got a problem with what you're saying, I'd be saying 99%. There's only a few things we've really disagreed on. I can't think of any, but I'm saying 99% because I know there's something we don't agree on. But if they got a problem with what you're saying, they're gonna have a problem with what I'm saying too.
Someone said
People
Biden
worried
is
about.
big. What do you mean Biden is big? What does that mean?
I think they're joking.
Yeah, they said, remember when Biden fell off his bike? Yeah, damn right I remember
The
that.
one
I
that
was
sticks
laughing.
out. The one that sticks out the most to me was when Biden fell up the steps on his way to get into Air Force One. Because I swear, I believe that man was trying to make it an Olympic event. I mean, gravity and physics completely changed 180 degrees for that man. For him to go whoop, straight up. I mean, he rolled up the steps. Where's the hat made? Well, I will say this again. You're right. My hat, where do you think my hat's made?
They know where it's made. That's why they keep fucking commenting
Come
this on
on,
all
tell
the
me,
videos.
where's the hat made? You're smart. I believe you're smart. Where's the hat made?
Come on, Michael Bailey.
No, tell me where it's made. I'm not going to lie. Just tell me. Where do you think the hat's made at? And I'll tell you yes or no. Stop beating around the bush and being a pussy.
You know I had to bring out my nice shirt today for Trump's big beautiful bill, and also the Alcatraz, the alligator Alcatraz.
No, it ain't made in Bangladesh, Michael. Now look, I'm looking for your name on here, and it's a bit of a chore at the moment. So if you can't tell me where you think that hat's made, then just piss off. You get one
Some
more chance. There you go. Bingo. Yes, motherfucker. It's made in China. But you know
some are
what?
made in the U.S.
See this embroidery? See that embroidery? See that embroidery? It's all done here in the States, motherfucker. It ain't just all China. And you know what? I'd pay extra for an American made hat. Don't think I wouldn't. I'd pay double. It's a $30 hat. I would give $50, $60 for an American hat. That is no object. So you're just being a retard.
Justin Michael said, I have a MAGA hat made in the U.S. and one made in Bangladesh.
Well, I would like to see one. I would like to have one made in the U.S. I would. Lower your voice, son. I hope you're not talking to me because I'm not your son for one, and I'll talk however the hell I want to talk.
I think they're talking about the Trump phone. I will pay $499 for a Trump phone just to see some extra liberal tears for a couple damn
Is
weeks.
that it? Is it just $500 for a Trump phone?
Yeah.
That's cheaper than my Galaxy. That's cheaper than my Android. When I bought my Android, it was over $1,000.
Nazis. Oh, what an original comment. Such an original insult. Never heard that one before.
Do you think Trump's a Nazi? Hey, Greg, do you think Trump's a Nazi?
Orange Colt.
Come on, tell me. Tell me, Greg, is Trump a Nazi?
He said, read the label.
I
He's
told you it's
talking
made in
about that.
China. What else you want? I don't lie. I don't beat around the bush. I get right to it. I don't have time to beat around the bush. You know what? If you
Bailey's
think I'm
ice
goofy looking
cream
then you
boy.
really must think I'm goofy looking now, motherfucker. Look here. But yeah, I'm just getting off from work. My last hour of work freaking sucked. I rolled the tarp out on my dump truck because it came a gully washer to keep the asphalt from getting cold. And there's so much water that fell that it was pushing the weight down in the middle of the tarp, causing the spring-loaded arm to raise up from the back of the bed of the truck toward the rolling end, and it was soaking my asphalt. So I tried rolling the tarp in, hoping most of it would go off the sides. About 5 or 10 gallons came right through my truck window, right onto me.
Oh, fuck. That
That,
sucks.
yeah, it did. It was funny though. I mean, I've got a sense of humor about it.
Look how
So
angry they are today. We're getting multiple comments
I
saying,
know it. You
Colt,
know what?
Colt,
To be
Colt.
in a cult, to be in a cult, you get a free tracksuit, free haircut, and Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Now I bet you don't even know what Jim Jones Kool-Aid is. But I did get a free haircut. Look at here. I'm proud of my haircut. It was only free though because my wife gave it to me. But that's how we do it around here. Me and my wife have a tight relationship. No one touches me but my wife, literally. So that means even for a haircut, they ain't no. The only I get to hug my mom. A surgeon could operate on me. I can shake a hand, and that's about the limitations of it. The only other person that can touch me is my wife, and that's it.
Illegals in my yard. Well, call ICE.
Put them illegals to work, and then turn them in. You get $1,000 a head for successful deportation. So let's say you spent $500 on one day's work, or $600 on one day's work for 3 of them. You turn them in at the end of the day, you get $3,000 back. You will make money getting your yard cleaned up.
That's a great point. Someone made an interesting comment too. They said, "Prove
Ah,
you're not in a cult. Name something you don't like about Trump."
I will. I will name something I don't like about that new big beautiful bill. I don't like the subsidy for the Palantir, Palantine, whatever. I know I'm not saying it right, but on the same token, government, Big Brother, has been spying on the American citizen for at least since JFK's been killed. So you've not ever known an American government to be spying on you. The thing is, now we actually know it's in writing. We know they're going to be spying on us. So you know what? Don't do stupid shit. You don't have privacy. There are no privacy laws. Your illusion of privacy ends at your front door's threshold. You know,
That's
I
the
used to be
bill.
in,
What do you
I used
dislike about Trump? That's Trump's bill. What do you want us to say? Something
Yeah,
about
that's
Trump's
Trump's bill.
wife? What do you want us to say? Something about his looks? What do you mean? That is Trump.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe every now and again he could not wear a suit, I guess, and wear some maybe just slack, a little more casual. I mean, is that what you're talking about? I don't know.
What about him personally? Probably. I mean,
But yeah,
cutting food and
I hate that.
healthcare from Americans. Are y'all happy? Who raised y'all?
Hate that him and Elon is fighting again, and you know what? Most of the Democrats, 90% of Democrats are betas. They're beta males or beta females. They don't know what it's like to be an alpha. They don't know what it's like to be in the room with another alpha. Uh, but two alphas do not get along well at all for a long period of time. That's just cold hard fact. And you've got two of the most powerful men in the world working side by side. I think that it was good they worked as long as they did together. I, I hate the idea that Musk might start a third party, because the third party should be a MAGA party. It should be another party to put the Republicans in their place, especially the Republicans that do nothing. So I can see the third party actually hurting us. But I'm still a fan of Elon Musk. The man's a brilliant man. I mean, I've been a fan of Elon Musk ever since he landed a rocket on the same pad he launched it from. And I'm not quick to cast my decisions like Democrats are. You know, they want to discredit something they don't like with just one moment in life, and then that's it for them. Unless it's stuff that they like to hear, and then it's okay. They'll forgive them, which is bullshit.
Someone said alpha Democrat here. Who told you that? Your wife? Did your wife tell you to say that? Because I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I'd like to see. It just they ain't seen the commercials, the Men for Harris commercials. Because I'm sorry, that is a accurate commercial of Democrats. There's no such thing as an alpha male Democrat. It ain't. They might be a fluke out there. There might be a fluke out there where someone has the wool pulled over their eyes. But I'm sorry, there ain't no.
Someone said
That's
the Hitler
retarded.
salute is a big deal if you're not a Nazi. Are you talking about the same Hitler salute that Barack Obama? Is he the first black Nazi?
Hillary did it too,
Yeah, Tim Walz
and I
did
think
it
Chuck
too.
Schumer did it.
Were they all Nazis? If Michael or if anyone wants to ask us any questions or support the channel, you can drop a big, beautiful super chat. All questions will be read out loud. You know, we got a lot going on with everything. Justin Michael, I
Hey
mean, not
Peter,
Michael, sorry.
hey Peter Flo. It's not that we were comparing ourselves to dogs or anything like that. But if you and I were in a room together, if I was at a bar drinking, I would punk you out. You'd be a chump. That's pure and simple. That's the life I used to live. So what do you call that if it ain't alpha? But you'd get your ass in line or you'd get out of my bar.
Who do you want us to ban, Justin Michael? He said ban some guy. I don't see the guy. Oh, Peter Flo. You want us to
Hillbilly
ban Peter
MAGA
Flo?
people. I take that
Yeah,
as a
sure. I'll
compliment.
ban him. You dropped a super chat, so I'll ban him, Justin. But if you want to drop another super chat and support the channel, the big beautiful bill did just pass today. The stock market is at all-time highs. I know they're calling this the murder bill and all a bunch of other shit. I know for a fact that my family members that are Democrats are probably at home crying right now. But at the end of the day, I'm going to feel really good when they don't have tax on their Social Security.
Yeah. What was that big do nothing bill that had all that money in Ukraine for it that Biden had passed?
I don't
I
remember.
mean,
Biden passed so
does anybody
so
out
much
there even
spending.
remember that bill? I bet you nobody out there even remembers what that bill was, but everybody's gonna remember the big beautiful bill, so that's gotta tell you something right there.
I just remember Biden passing 5 or 6 spending bills, and they were extremely, extremely spending.
There
Added
was
like
nothing
$10
in it for the
trillion
American
in
people.
debt, and they're crying about Trump.
Yeah.
I'm liberal. Can we set up a fight on stream? Seriously.
Hey, I And this is the Bojangles Challenge. I have a big old stack of $100 bills. I live in Sevierville, Tennessee. I go to Bojangles every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. We can have a coffee, biscuit, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Tell them, Graham. Did I
Bojangles,
not?
7
Did I not
a.m.
show?
Severe,
Did I
Tennessee.
not show them? Did I not show them a big old stack of hundreds?
He showed you guys a big old stack of hundreds. Someone last weekend said they were going to show up with a 44 cal. He went there, no one was there.
I mean, my feelings are getting hurt. I'm starting to feel like an 18-year-old girl stood up on prom night. Y'all made me want to cry. I can't even do that straight faced.
Now they're hating on you. They said you don't got no hundred nothing. He had a fat stack of hundreds. Some people work. I know you don't believe it, but some people don't sit around collecting Social Security.
Tell you what, give me a minute. I'll pull over somewhere. And I'll show you a fat stack again. It might be a little less today because I bought
Someone said they were
fireworks.
$1 bills.
Yeah. You would love to have these $1 bills. But yeah, I bought the grandkids fireworks. I had to buy them fireworks, and them things ain't cheap. I had a $500 firework bill this year.
Jesus.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Someone said the clean money or dirty money.
Well, today it'd be dirty money because I had about 5 gallons of asphalt water come through this window of the truck onto me. So I mean, in that aspect, it's dirty money. But it'd be more like dirty hands, clean money. I work hard for my money. Some days I
So
don't work hard, but there's
Sleepy
many.
Joe didn't pass anything. The auto pen did.
That's true. The auto pin and probably his wife Jill. Hell, she probably
Thank
did it
you,
all while his
Jeffrey.
ass was
Much
knocked out.
appreciated. They want to know, do you guys support Black Lives Matter?
No, I don't support Black Lives Matter. Why would I support Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. Yellow lives matter. White lives matter. Black lives matter. Any color you can think of, lives matter. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I got chastised from day one, but I stood my ground. All lives matter, not just black
We got
ones.
we got 400 people in here, and these people are crying their eyes out, losing their mind. Someone said, could the auto pen also sign my paychecks?
Boy, you know what? I wish it could sign my paychecks. I mean, daggone, that'd be sweet. I'd have some fat ass paychecks. Did you hear about Anthony Fauci, why he got pardoned?
No, I didn't hear about that. Tell us.
The reason, I just heard this right before we came on stream from a trusted news source. Um, but evidently it came out that, and I'm going to say it in code too, because the guy that said it in code, but to keep from having a monetization strike. But Fauci helped design the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. He
Yeah,
helped
he,
make that thing. He helped make that thing
yes,
that we all know about.
yes. And so he made sure he got a pardon so that he wouldn't get charged after the fact. Well, charging honestly should be the least of his worries, because if I had my way about it, he'd be hung. That's the problem. People like him have nothing to fear no more. There's no accountability. They need to bring back tar and feather, and they need to bring back uh, hangings. They need to bring back public hangings. My great
So,
grandmother saw one of the last public hangings. Now I'm going through a lot of trouble for you all to show y'all my wallet. Okay, it's part of the Bojangle challenge.
Bojangle challenge, guys.
Let's see here. Let's just pull the hundreds out.
Colt. We got 566 people in here. Hit the like and subscribe button. Drop a super chat.
Here we go, folks. Do them look like $1 bills? Can you see them? Am I got it on there good?
We can see
Here,
him.
here.
We can see him.
Looky
Someone
there.
said, I don't have papers. Deport. Hello,
Some of them
Colt
stuck
members.
together.
Hello, Radical.
So yeah, $101 bills. You know what? It's nothing special. All you gotta do is get out and work for it. You want to hear another funny? Now, this is actually true. This is how I get that fat stack, Graham.
They said you're flexing your rent money.
You know, it was just, when was it? Last Saturday, I showed everybody my money. I own my house. There's no rent to it. The closest thing I got to rent would be a power bill. And I don't use $2,000 in electricity. Not anymore. But
Someone said rent for a van. He doesn't live in a van.
I'm going home right now. Y'all get to see my home here in a minute. And my tough as nails wife. My wife means business. I mean,
someone said Trump took my food stamps because I'm Mexican. Well, maybe it's not because you're Mexican. Maybe it's because you're an illegal immigrant and you're sucking up American taxpayer money.
You know what? The Mexicans at my work don't get food stamps because they work hard and they get fat stacks of money too. But this is how I get that money. Come payday, I go to the bank. I don't see, this is where men mess up. They give their wives their check. If you give your wife your check, you're not going to get hardly anything out of it. So what you do is you swing by the bank first, cash it, and then put what you need in it in there and just give her the rest. So that ain't even all the money I make. I give a lot of it to my wife. I'd easily have 2/3 more money if I didn't have a wife. But I love my wife. I hope she ain't listening in on this. She might take it the wrong way. And my
we got
wife is tough.
689 people in here. Hopefully, one of them ain't his wife. 689 people.
Man,
hit the like and subscribe button.
If one of them's
Let
my
me know
wife,
you guys
I am. If one of them's my wife, I am dead when I get to the house. Because, man, there was one time, she's 110 pounds, but she climbed up the side of me like a spider monkey, had me in an arm bar, couldn't do nothing with her. She pulled my arm out of socket. She's a savage. Yeah. But she says, oh, but I did it with love. You know what? It still hurts all the same.
It does hurt. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Drop a super chat if you guys have any interesting questions. We just got a bunch of hate comments, cult comments. If there's anything you want me to read out loud, anything you want us to talk about or discuss, super chat. Colt. Trump 2028.
I'm not going to go back and forth with Democrats, but Democrats are the cult. They believe everything that the Democrats give them in their enema every morning through CNN. I'm sorry, but nobody's giving me an enema, especially not no politician. I don't see how you Democrats let that happen.
Someone said, how did you get such a glorious beard?
How'd I get this? The secret to growing a big, glorious beard like this is simple. One tip: neglect. Lots and lots of neglect. Take your razors, throw them out. Don't ever touch a razor again. That's like sacrilege. Don't ever go near a razor again. That's what I did. And here I am today. Big, beautiful me.
Someone said Trump is a dictator. Not with all the comments are dictator, Nazi, cult. That's all we're getting. These classic comments.
I want to know how many people out there thinks Trump's a Nazi. That's what I want to know. Come on, pay attention to the comments, Graham. I want to know if anybody thinks
Guys, just
that.
comment down below. Say Nazi or say Trump 2028. I would run a poll if I could, but it doesn't let me run a poll right now. So let's just hear Nazi or Trump 2028 or love Trump if you support the guy.
I'm not seeing no Nazi. They must not think he's a Nazi.
I guess not. All I see is nope, fascist, Zionist, fascist, cult, fascist.
Yeah. See, fascists don't work either. I mean, Democrats are the fascists. I mean, everything that Biden did was fascist. Mask mandate, fascist. Forcing vaccines, fascist. Controlling the media, very fascist. And I could go on with the fascism. And people say, oh, they can't be fascist. They're the left. Like a black person can't be racist. You know, that's bullshit.
Someone said autopin fascist. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. I guess autopin is fascist. Because it doesn't matter what they want, they're going to get it. We're not gay. We're lesbians trapped in men's bodies.
Someone said Nazi. I want my food stamps back. And we want the illegals that are collecting food stamps deported.
Yeah, see, imagine that. They want to call Trump a Nazi. But the Nazi, the person they call Nazi supports Israel just too much for their liking. That's funny.
They'll call Trump a Nazi, and then 2 seconds later, they'll say, oh, Trump supports the Jews way too much.
Yeah, that's how you know you're dealing with a dumbass. That's right, Joe Dirt. America all the way.
Do I prefer Israel or Iran? Israel! Why would I support a country funding radical terrorism? I mean, I have nothing wrong with the people of Iran. It's not the people that I have an issue with. It's the government that funds terrorist groups.
Well, here's another thing, too. For all the Democrats out there listening, hating on us, this is all your fault. Everything going on right now, this is all your fault. Because y'all didn't get out and fight hard enough. Y'all should have fought harder. Y'all should have voted harder. So you ain't got nobody to blame but yourselves, your weak ass selves. Because the majority got out and voted in mass, and it was too big to rig. So, wah, wah, wah.
Now they're picking on me.
What are you picking on Graham for? I'm getting really jealous over this. You're supposed to pick on me.
They're saying I'm the slow one. What did I do? I love the best fact that you ever told me. I honestly didn't know if this was true, but you told me this fact. When you told me this and I found the article, I lost my mind. You said Obama deported 3 million illegal immigrants. 80% of them did not receive due process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's another way you find out that the Democrats are just complete dumbasses.
They did not once complain about Obama deporting 3 million people, much less he gave 80% of them no due process.
No. And I get a kick out of this right here, and I hear them whine and say, but who's going to pick our vegetables? You can pick your own vegetables. When they come into season, I'm going to go pick my own strawberries. We got these strawberry patches. You go in, you buy a basket. I don't remember how much the baskets are, but you can go into the strawberry patches and you can pick as many strawberries as you can fit into that basket. It's wonderful. And they got blueberries and blackberries.
They want us to say stuff that we like about the big, beautiful bill. Absolutely. We'll talk about that. But if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, discuss, or show articles, drop a super chat. We got 415 people in here listening. 642 actually now. So smash that like and subscribe button. The Democrats are online extra today. They're on YouTube scrolling through, crying about Trump and the big beautiful bill and the Alcatraz in Florida. It's quite amazing.
Yes. You know, alligators deserve to eat too.
Guys, get out of the cult. Trump rules, absolutely. Drop some
Okay,
more big, beautiful super chats for the channel, guys.
I'd like to say one. There's a couple of things I really like about the bill, but I'm only going to say one right now, and I'm going to save the other one for just another time when we're talking about it. But as of right this moment, I'm going to say I love the fact no tax on overtime, because I got at least 10, 15, sometimes 20 hours of overtime a week. And when I'm on overtime, I end up paying out a good chunk of it. It's pointless for me to work more than 50 hours a week because Uncle Sam takes most of it after that point. And now I get to keep it. Hell yeah. That means I get
Hell
about,
yeah. The Democrats never worked overtime a day in their life, so they don't give a fuck about no tax on overtime.
no. See, I've got family that's Democrats, so I can say this. But I'm sorry. I'm really not sorry. But most of the time when a Democrat's voting Democrat, the only thing they voting for is a big handout. They want a
That's
handout.
right.
Chances are they work for the government already. They want that handout.
Hey,
Me, I'm
now
over.
Gators can have Mexican carryout.
Hey, you know what I found's really good with margaritas?
What?
I.
Ice, yeah. Ice with margaritas, and also the Gators can have some Mexican carryout now.
And you know what? Honestly, here's the way I looked at detention center. They ought to give people locked up in that detention center a choice. They can opt for a quick out and be deported quickly, or wait for their due process. They don't deserve due process. If they wanted due process, they would have came here legally. The other thing that I like, I don't know if it's in the big beautiful bill or something else, but it got passed somewhere that if a illegal, or not even an illegal, if an immigrant, someone seeking citizenship or on a green card, if they get a DUI, they get automatically deported. And I totally support that because there is so many people that I know several people that has family members that got killed due to Mexican drunk drivers.
Oh, fuck.
So I strongly support that.
Someone wants to
Okay.
know, do you want your Social Security? Someone commented.
What about Social Security?
Do you want your Social Security? Someone commented. I know this is just a
You
dumb
know,
troll, but
no, it's a good question. I like it. I'd like to answer that question. Yeah, I do. I do hope that I get Social Security. But I was born in 1976. Um, I've grown up my entire life being told that Social Security is not going to be there for me and people after me. And I have believed it my whole life. I'm prepared to work my entire life. That's why I became a truck driver. It's something I can do till the day I die. And come to find out, thanks to whether you like him or not, Elon Musk, that it's not that we was running out of Social Security. It's that it was being embezzled. It was being cheated. It was being stolen from the American people. So I have a bigger chance standing today to get Social Security than I ever have my entire life. So that's what I feel about Social
that's
Security.
amazing. Thank you, Elon Musk. Sorry, these comments sometimes will make me
Yeah.
laugh. These guys are fucking stupid.
Regardless of what Elon and Trump have got going
We're
on
not
between them.
gay. We're lesbians trapped inside men's bodies.
Yeah.
They're using gay as an insult, but their entire fucking party is queer for Palestine, and Palestine throws gay people off buildings.
They don't throw them off buildings. They teach them to fly. But this is
That's
my
an
big,
awesome
beautiful
tractor,
tractor.
by the way. John Deere, hell yeah.
Yeah, that tractor right there's 30 years old. I've run that tractor since I was 11-year-old. I've been driving that
Wow,
tractor.
that's awesome. Someone said keep up with
And
the
then
chats. I try to keep up with the chats, but we got 300, sometimes 500, sometimes 600 people in here right now. If there's something you really want me to read out loud or any questions you have, drop a super chat. That's your Harley. That's awesome.
yeah, paid for. This is my bike that I got over 500,000 miles on, and it shows it too.
Oh shit.
There's
You got
nowhere in
two
the
bikes,
US
huh?
I haven't been on that bike. I've been everywhere on that bike.
Someone said what model tractor?
It's a 91 John Deere 650. Yeah, and I've been using it to put in my mom's road. I'll show you. I got a lot of yard work I got to do. See, if I was a Democrat, I wouldn't be doing none of this myself. Someone else would be doing it for me, I guess. But I take pride in what I do.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I could pay someone to do it, but I'd be wasting my money. They wouldn't be doing it the way I want it done. I cut out I cut out the road for this rock, and I spread the rock myself, and I used pug, and that road is now as hard as concrete. I kid you not.
Someone
Which I
wants to
feel
know how big is the property. It looks massive, they said.
it's not as big as I'd like, but it's close to 4 acres.
That's pretty big for
Yeah.
most people.
And then this is where I've not put gravel in yet. See, I've got this lip right here. I'm cutting the topsoil off, and there's a little lip right there, and that rock will go right up to the edge of that grass. And I'm doing all this for my mom. But yeah, and it's fun too. It really is. Get out on John Deere and pull the dirt. It's pretty fun. I like doing it. Not everybody can do this work, and I'm here to tell you, if anybody out there ever tries doing it yourself, my only tip I can give you is to just stay with it every day. Because when you first start, you're gonna get overwhelmed. You're gonna be like, "Oh no, it's just dirt. It's just dirt," and you can put it back.
I'm gonna
So,
kick you the fuck out of here, buddy. This guy's a fucking hater. He said,
which
imagine being
one?
so poor you can't pave your own driveway. He showed you a fat stack of hundreds. What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. I'm kicking you out. Bye.
It don't hurt my feelings none. This
I
road
know, I
is
just
like
don't like stupid fucking comments.
this road is like 600, 700 feet long, and the amount actually closer to 800, 900 feet long. The amount it would cost to pave this would be ridiculous because you're talking almost a half a 16th. I guess that'd be a 32nd of a mile. But you're getting into some distance there. And then you have to seal it. I've got a John Deere with a grader box. So it's easy for me to upkeep a gravel road, especially when it goes in hard like concrete because I used pug. So, I mean, it's smooth. But let's get back to politics. Let's talk about our politics because today's a special day. And I feel like that a lot of Democrats out there are fuming and upset because they didn't fight hard enough during the election. And now Trump's doing what we elected him to do. So Yeah, let's talk politics.
I love how these two idiots are fucking arguing in the comment section. One says, "Tell the big guy him and his family need to go back to Europe." The other fucking idiots arguing, saying, "Nah, Europe doesn't want him. Both of you, fuck off."
Hey, this is the joke. They're both jokes because everybody wants me.
That's the facts.
That's what happens when you're a good individual, a good soul. Everybody wants you.
Working
Oh,
in the southern heat is no joke. Yeah, that's right,
no,
bro.
it ain't. I'm lucky that I'm doing it from a dump truck now. The rest of my crew can't say that because a lot of them are out shoveling the asphalt. And on a 100-degree day, they're shoveling 400-degree asphalt. And let me tell you what, I would rather, I can't say Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson threw his fight with Jake Paul. And you'll never convince me otherwise of that. But
Oh yeah, I
I would
guarantee you.
rather, I would rather fight Conor McGregor because I know you can't buy him off. I'd rather fight Conor McGregor than one of the guys on my asphalt crew. Because these guys, they work in the 100-degree heat, in the pure sun, no shade, and they go all day long. Takes a 30-minute lunch break. That's it. I mean, they're serious. They don't look as big as like these wrestlers and things, but I'm here to tell you right now, if one of them was to start wailing on you, they would never run out of wind. So,
What, the illegals you hired? Someone said.
hey, them too. Them too. And no, I didn't hire them. And the thing is, I don't think my boss hired them. I guarantee you, my boss was a goody two shoe. And when my boss hired them, they were legal. Whether or not they remained legal is another question. And what I mean by that is, I think right now we have one that his visa has expired. Uh, we've got a few that flat out just cheat their way. And
You're gonna go collect that $1,000 per person?
boy, I want to. Don't tempt me. Um,
Someone said report him to ICE.
yeah, yeah, I really should do that. I'm the type that I usually try and mind my own business, but I guess if I do believe in this stuff, I really ought to report him, huh?
Yeah, report his ass.
You know what? Who said that?
A bunch of people in the comments.
Y'all, my
What's up,
conscience.
brother Raw? So let's get a poll going. Should he report his coworker that's, he's on an expired visa now? Should he report his coworker? Let us know down in the comments. Should he report his coworker? Now let's pretend for a second he can't get $1,000. Should he still
But let's
report
say,
him? Yes or no? This Trip guy said he should. He said yes.
hell yes. We got
Hell yeah, report his ass. They want to come get him. Yup. Only if it can benefit him, one guy said. Report and
no. It
call
can't be a.
ICE. One guy said you
See,
should
to me,
both be ashamed.
that's when it's dirty. When you're doing something just because it benefits you, that makes you like somebody like Soros. I ain't like Soros. I'm not going to do something considerably, possibly. I'm not. I'm
One
not going
guy
to do
said,
something.
we got yes, yes, the fuck, yes. Someone said, why? Someone said, report that pig. Someone said, no. Someone said, no. Someone said, yes. Another person said, report that pig. Another person said, report that pig. Another person said, yes.
Then you know what?
Another
I'm going to
person
have
said,
to do it.
yes. Someone said, nice land. Another
Thank you.
person said, maybe you should ask him to finish your driveway first.
You know what? Now that would be the smart thing. But y'all know how Soros made his money
How?
out there? He made his money by reporting Jews to the Nazis. And
Damn.
when they carry him off, he would go in and steal
Sick
the
guy,
gold
sorry.
and silver. steal the gold and silver in their houses.
Someone said pay him $2.50 an hour and then send them to El Salvador.
Well, unfortunately, they don't work that cheap here. Hey, I'm going to set the phone down for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Dean Withers, yeah, sure. I'll debate Dean Withers. What claims, brother? What claims?
I have to go back to Food City and get watermelon.
Someone said you had to go check the meth cook. That's pretty
Whoever is
fucking
doing
funny.
meth. Yeah, don't do that garbage.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
ever
do
do a
that
drug.
garbage.
Don't ever do a drug that's possibly made in somebody's bathtub.
Don't
That's just
do any
gross.
drugs that are made in Mexico, period. No Mexican
Yeah.
meth.
I
Someone
mean,
said, what's your opinion on black people? I don't got a problem with any skin color as long as you're a legal immigrant.
me personally, I mean, one of the guys I fly drones with is black. I, I've got some black friends. I mean, they're good people. I mean, we're all just people. Every one of us. We all, when it gets right down to it, even the Democrats, whether they realize it or not, just want the same thing as everybody else. They want a home, and they want a good roof over their head, they want good education for their kids, and they want to be able to feed their family. And that's where we really need to be starting with to pull everybody together instead of all these other politics that pulls us apart. But the thing is, they're also going to have to shed a lot of hate for Trump because a lot of them let their hate for Trump drag them down. It's just like that Jordan guy in the chat. When we was talking about the June 17th Army's birthday, he complained about in 2018 he didn't do nothing, and then he was complaining that Trump did do something this year. And that was when I realized, why the hell do I even care about what you think? Because you just said it yourself. You was upset when he didn't do it. Now that he's doing it, you're upset. Why should I even care what somebody like that even thinks? There's not even any point in even debating anybody like that anymore because I don't care what they think.
Yeah,
That's
his
the type of
opinion's never
person.
going to change.
Yeah, that's the type of person that would gripe about crisp $100 bill if you gave it to them. They're gonna find something wrong with that $100 bill.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I got black friends too, Phillips. There's not a lot of black people that live around in my area, but I mean, it's like I consider the black folk. It's almost like the Bellasinos, the pizza joint in Sevierville. It's been taken over by Jamaicans, and I don't care that it's been taken over by Jamaicans as long as they continue to make me that sweet ass pizza that I like, and I tip them better than anybody else. Most people go in there, and you can tell they're Democrats, and they don't hardly tip nothing. I go in there. I used to wait tables. Believe it or not, a long time ago, I waited tables. And I know what it's like to wait tables. It's not necessarily a hard job, but the people can make it a hard job. So I tip them, and I tip them well.
Hell yeah.
We got any? Let's see. Do we got any? Restaurant workers, hospitality workers out there in the
Do we
chats?
got any hospitality workers? Comment down below. You guys happy about the no tax on tips?
And it don't bother me that I'm a walking stereotype, but I want to know what stereotype you're talking about. I mean, am I the long bearded truck driving stereotype? Am I the long bearded biker stereotype? The one stereotype I don't fit in is the drone pilot because I'm the long bearded drone flying pilot. So I break a lot of stereotypes too.
Dennis King, I own a restaurant. I'm glad. That's awesome, brother. Join our Discord. We got some restaurant owners in the
How many
Discord.
people we got out there that works in the restaurants though?
Yeah,
Because I
any
want to give those
workers?
Because I want to give those people a shout out because y'all have actually got a hard job that you don't even know what you're actually going to get paid for until after your job's done and people's walking out. And that kind of sucks. Actually, it does suck. There's no nice way of saying it. So I'd like to give a shout out to all the hard working hospitality workers out there.
What do you think of the B-2 bomber planes? Someone asks.
I think they're badass. That's what I think about them. I don't even know how you'd improve on them. I mean, especially after the jobs you just did, and with Russia having most of their bombers destroyed by Ukraine, I think that I'd say America's probably got this by far now the strongest air force in the world by a big deal. I heard one fella say that Russia got knocked back 30 or 40 years. What's going on? Yeah, this is my local food city. I love coming to my local food city.
You people keep voting against your interest. What interest am I voting against? How do you know my interests?
Yeah, I'll talk about Jeffrey Epstein's friendship with Trump. I'll talk about it. But I want to hear what you got to say in return. Trump outed Epstein from his circles 20 plus years ago. Democrats ain't outed him yet. I think he was killeried. I think that's what happened. Trump didn't do it, or it'd been done sooner. But no, Democrats kept on going like it was no big deal. So that's what I think about that.
He kicked him out of
Stalin,
Mar-a-Lago. What do you mean it's a lie?
yeah, he was
Jesus
outed a
fucking
long
Christ.
time ago. Looky here. This is the best part about living in America.
Hell yeah, that's a good selection of fruit.
I pay a little extra for the watermelon already cut up, but you can see that it's got that deep, rich red color to it, and it's dynamite,
Trump
and it's
derangement
seedless.
strong in chat. Absolutely, brother. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
Let's get some super chats going. Let's get some good questions. We read every
yeah,
super chat out loud.
give my boy Graham a super chat. He deserves it. I mean, he's obviously entertaining everybody, or y'all wouldn't be here.
These guys are
No, it
fucking
ain't that I'm too
douchebags.
lazy to cut my own watermelon. It's that I can see inside the watermelon before I buy it. I will pay extra for a cut up watermelon because I can see what I'm buying. Instead of getting back home and be like, oh, this watermelon has no flavor. I know this watermelon has flavor because you're going to see me eat it here in a minute, and I'm going to go, oh my God, this is the best watermelon in the world.
C. Phillips is just too broke to actually, buy some pre-cut watermelon.
But let's face it, Graham, let's face it. It wouldn't matter if I come in here and bought a cut up watermelon or a whole watermelon.
They
If
would
I'd
still
bought a
hate
whole
on you.
watermelon to cut up myself, somebody would have said, oh, you can't afford to have it already cut up for you. So
Yep.
it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah. So
Someone said, Jose, we will deport you, your kid, and your baby mama.
bear with me here.
Someone said some stupid ass shit. I love this comment. Bro, get your watermelon however you like it.
Thank you. You have a good evening, ma'am. And and everybody here is always polite. And I mean, I've been to other states. Not everybody in a grocery store or restaurant is necessarily polite. Now, there is one restaurant we have here that's explicitly known for not being polite. Have you ever heard of a Dick's Last Resort?
Nah.
Well, I personally never ate there, and I won't go eat in there because I've got the wrong temperament for it. But the waiters and waitresses are supposed to give you bad service. They throw your silverware on the table. They're liable to cuss you or whatever and say messed up things, just trying to get a rise out of you. I don't
Same,
see the
Debbie,
appeal in that.
same. No jobs here, Debbie. No jobs here.
Too broke to finish his driveway.
God, if you don't stop spamming, I'm gonna block you.
It don't bother me. I think it's funny.
I think it's funny too. I don't give a fuck if they make fun of me. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if they make fun of anybody. They're haters.
Yeah, because there again, it wouldn't matter.
He
Let's
said if
face
I
again.
ban him, he has 6 accounts. He's just gonna come back in.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me one
Well,
bit because it's like I said a minute ago. If I paid somebody to do my driveway, you'd have people out there saying, "Oh, he's too lazy to do it himself," but I do it myself, and it's that I'm too poor to do it. And it's really rage baiting here.
yeah, you guys are trying to rage bait because they're upset about Trump's new bill. Show them
I
that
mean,
flag behind you. Show them that flag. That'll make the Democrats cry.
oh, they do have a beautiful flag here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Patriot right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, people here, the people here, they're the. I've been all over the U.S. Some places outside the country, but there's nowhere else I'd rather be. There really ain't. And I'll take that back. Now I am kind of a hermit. Uh, I would live out in the middle of Arizona, someplace like that where you can walk out and scream to the top of your lungs and nobody hear you. That would suit me just fine, except for the heat. But yeah. So let's talk about No Kings. Does anybody out there know if the No Kings bullshit's going to do anything for the 4th of July besides try and stomp on everybody's fun?
Oh, fuck the No Kings.
Oh, I agree with you. They're a bunch of pansies, anyways. I mean, I proved that. I was for a long time. I was the only man there, and everyone else. I was in no man's land. It was me against 100+ people. That's how much I don't care. But they're too chicken to do something like that. 99% of your Democrats are too chicken to do something like that, and the 1% of Democrats be like that dumbass that tried to offer president. And I wouldn't even say 1%, it'd be more like 0.01 or 0.001% that are that stupid.
Yeah, so stupid. Shout out Arizona. Shout out Arizona.
I wish I could be out in Arizona. I would buy if I was rich and money was no object for me. If I was Elon Musk rich, I would own border property in Arizona and I would kick back the Sonora cartel myself.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
Or Trendearagua. Did I say it right? Trendearagua.
Yeah, I think you did. WWW.
Yeah, I ain't got no respect for them. If they can't respect my border, then I can't respect them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, can you say it? Can you say Trendearagua?
Twin de Agua, whatever the fuck.
I mean, I think they'd come up with a better name for themselves than that. Like the El
MAGA
Chupacabra.
Idaho terrorists.
Yeah, like the El Chupacabra gang. Now that sounds terrifying. The El Chupacabra gang, because I mean the El Chupacabra, don't it like suck the marrow out of your bones? Something dirty, something nasty, heinous.
Probably.
What do you think of MAGA Idaho shooter who killed firefighters? Was it MAGA? Because I mean, even if he was wearing a MAGA hat, that's not a MAGA. That's not a MAGA deal right there. That's not something MAGA does. That sounds like a wannabe. If he was claiming to be MAGA, he was wannabe. Because that ain't what MAGA does.
Chupacabras is a cult. I don't think so. Maybe. Is everything a
Yeah, it
cult?
might be.
He was a registered Republican. He was a registered Republican. He was a registered Republican. These
That don't
fucking
mean
people are
nothing.
so important.
Mitch McConnell's a registered Republican.
Yeah, these people are stupid.
Yeah, I know. They'll believe anything. Hey, what do they think about that?
MLK was a Republican. Martin Luther King was a Republican.
What do they think about the Minnesota shooter? What do they
They
think about the one
prob
that shot the politicians?
they probably think he was a Democrat, a Republican, even though he had a bunch of No Kings things in the back of his car.
Yeah, what do y'all think about that? And he
He was a
actually had ties.
MAGA.
He actually had ties to Tim Walz. Tim Walz signed, whether it was paychecks or something. His wife worked for him, but they had paperwork linking them. So it's just not somebody claiming to be a Republican wearing a MAGA hat. They actually had ties. So what do y'all think about that?
He did
Like
security for Walls. Very
the,
interesting,
Ch-
huh?
the Cheneys are a joke. I can understand why Liz is so messed up in the head because she had Dick Cheney as a father.
He was
And
a
here we go.
MAGA.
See this beautiful
Registered
watermelon.
Republican.
See the one. Mm. My eyes did not deceive me. This is excellent watermelon. And I didn't have to take a guess or a risk because it's already removed from its rind. And on a hot day, there's nothing better than a good cold watermelon. It's like a fruit slushy. Should we talk about the price of eggs?
Oh yeah, that gets him fucking triggered.
Yeah. I like brown eggs. They're my favorite. Actually, green eggs are my favorite. They come from an Allegheny hen.
Green eggs and ham.
The actual eggs ain't
MK
green, just the
Ultra.
shell.
MK Ultra. Now that's an interesting topic.
That's an old topic because MK
Yeah,
Ultra is
that's an
where
old topic.
they use it's brainwashing.
Yeah, I told my grandpa about that. He said, "No, that's just a conspiracy theory." And I showed him the article that said it was indeed confirmed by the United States Intelligence Agency that it was a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a conspiracy turned real.
Oh man, I know that y'all gotta be jealous of this watermelon. It was worth the extra money because I was too lazy to cut my own watermelon, so I paid extra for it. But yet, I'm too cheap to pay someone to build my driveway. I've got my I have my priorities mixed up in life.
The Democrats probably think you're being serious.
Oh, I am. I'm being so serious. Google COINTELPRO. What's up with COINTELPRO?
I don't
Give
know
us an
anything
idea.
about it. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either. Give us a preview of
Give us a preview.
COINTELPRO. Give us like a title. What would we be seeing if we look up COINTELPRO?
Some shit that will probably get the FBI knocking on your door. Let's be real here.
Okay, what do you think about Trump's comments on Canada? Which ones? The ones where we're not going to protect Canada no more? Because Canada's got their big boy pants on, fight their own battles.
Alligators need food too.
They do. I don't think they'll eat watermelon though.
Yeah, they like Mexican takeout though.
Canada, bunch of freeloaders. I believe there's some good people in Canada. I mean,
I don't know what it is, really. Tell us what it is. All these people saying you don't know what it is. You think the FBI will come knocking on your door? It was a joke. Can you please tell us
they
what it
got my
is, though?
they got my curiosity. I'm wondering what COINTELPRO is. They could at
Someone
least
said you
tell
don't
me.
need protection.
Well, here's a fun fact. No one will protect you as well as yourself.
They took away guns for people in Canada a while ago, if I'm
Well,
not mistaken.
I feel bad for them. I mean, they'll never get my
America should
gun.
take Canada's gold. I like that idea.
Well, I mean,
Canadians can't even own pistols anymore. Thank you.
what I think's weird is UK's lost its way too. You got that woman. There's two guys that here recently, just like last week, got 20 years. No, I'm sorry, 30 years for rape. You've got a woman that's in the UK that also got 30 years for a Facebook post. Now, you talk about somebody got their priorities mixed up. There is no comment you could make in the entire world that you should deserve 30 months in jail. And you rape somebody, you deserve years, not months. So,
That's
as far as
fucking
I'm
horrible.
concerned,
Horrible.
the UK government is a bunch of pedo enablers. Because if you ain't
Disgusting.
fighting against it, you're fighting for it. And that's shameful. So what do y'all think about that?
The UK has lost its mind. Agreed.
Yeah, it has. You want to talk about a king you need to get rid of? King Charles has got to go. Actually, America's a big part of the world. America, with our influence, we could be the size of an island and we'd still be the biggest part of the world.
Someone said she encouraged people to go set fire to a local hotel.
Okay. Even if she did do that, I don't believe that and the charges that the two men got are comparable. I believe what the two men did are way worse.
If we wanted to, we could conquer the entire planet by force.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for 1 second. Trump is harming every diplomatic relationship. You know what? These people that claim to be our friends abroad ain't been our friends. They're our friends as long as they can use us. And my old man used to say, if you're doing business with somebody, and if you can't make money doing business with somebody, you shouldn't be doing business with them. So cut them off. Canadians can't even drag a basket. You know what? This is how bad Canada is. America beat Canada at their own game of hockey last year.
Jesus.
Yeah. You remember that?
Nah, I don't really keep up with hockey, to be honest. But someone
I
said
don't
yes,
either.
indeed.
Yeah, I don't either, but I remember that particular game. I remember the the news it made because the Canadians even displayed poor sportsmanship and started fights, and then they lost that too.
I remember when our
And
police chief in Canada was telling people to leave their car keys by their front door so the criminals could take their cars.
that sounds like a Democrat.
Yeah, it does. 2 years in a row, someone said that hockey game stuff.
Huh, it happened 2 years in a row. I mean, Trump said we would get tired of winning, but I'm not tired yet.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go for 3 years in a row since we got Trump now in office.
Well, people think I'm joking when I say Trump 2028, and I'm really not joking. Because if he's on the ballot in 2028, as of right now, he's got my vote. Um, thing is, what we got to pay attention to is the midterms. If Democrats lose the midterms, Trump will be in there a third term. So just plan on that. I'll take bets on that.
Don't you care about the Constitution? Someone cries.
Um, there's nothing more American and nothing more constitutional than giving the people what they want. If the people want Trump as their president, the people should get what they want.
FDR ran 3 terms. I
No,
mean,
he
4 terms
served four. He
technically.
died in the
Yeah.
yeah he died in the fourth. So and then there's other presidents that served longer than that. If I'm not mistaken, George Washington served 20 years. I'm
Probably.
not saying I I'm not saying that I agree with it per se, but honestly, if the people are voting for it, it's not like they're in there 30 or 40 years like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. The only way they're going to get out of there is when their health fails them.
Let's split red and blue states.
Split how? I mean, you split red and blue states, and really, there's really not a whole lot of red states. You've got red cities and blue states, and they still going to lose. But I would honestly be good with that. I believe that we should. The Hawaiians ain't going to like this, but we compensated the Native Americans. We can compensate the Hawaiians. We give the Democrats Hawaii. We give the Hawaiians California. And we give the Democrats their own little island in the middle of nowhere.
Washington served 8 years. Is that facts, guys?
Oh, that might be facts. I might be wrong. Somebody served 20 years, though. I don't know who. I thought it was George Washington. So I apologize. I can be wrong. And I'm not afraid to admit it.
FDR
So,
served 4. Yes, we know. Four terms.
yep, died in the fourth. And 4 terms is what, 16 years?
Yes.
Yep. So he probably served more like probably 15 years. Or, let's see, no. He probably served 13 or 14 years before dying. But,
Sherry screaming at the top of her lungs. No one ever served 20 years. No one.
okay. Oh, I was wrong. But FDR still served 4 terms. You gonna scream about that, Sherry? Huh? Come on, I want to see you scream. I want to see AOC run.
That's too easy of a win for J.D. Vance or Donald J. Trump.
Ain't it though? Hey, but like I said, there's nothing more constitutional than giving the people what they want. If the people want AOC, if the Democrats want AOC to run, they should have AOC to run. It's not my fault that they're going to lose because they picked a poor candidate.
Trump
Did you
gang.
see?
King Trump.
Yeah, like I said a million times, we ain't had a king since 1776, and we've been teabagging England ever since. So,
Trump for Canada. Shout out Trump for Canada.
I mean, I guess all in all, I guess I actually feel bad for the Canadians. I mean, I just don't, I just don't see the people being good with everything that's going on. You know, it's their government. They have an out of control government.
Oh, here we go with the running leading candidate of mayor for New York.
Oh, let's talk about him, Zohran.
Yeah,
Because I found out all kinds of dirt on Zohran. He is. They're actually launching an investigation into him because evidently at some point he pushed terrorist propaganda, and he's everything that conservatives detest. He's all about keeping ICE out of New York. He's about making New York a um, sanctuary city. There are no sanctuary cities. That's called harboring terrorists. Only thing that Zohran going to do is destroy New York. Um,
absolutely.
so I also heard Zohran is on his last legs. Like a lot of this came out, and it's come out in just the right amount of time that it should affect him at the polls. Because even Democrats, probably not the ones in these polls, but or in this chat, but a lot of the Democrats have actually tried pushing back against Zohran because they was actually pushing. I think for is Cuomo running again?
Yeah, Cuomo lost the Democratic primaries.
Okay, they were actually wanting Cuomo because what Zohran's going to do, he's going to be the nail in the coffin for Democrats. Their party is already on the lines, on the ring
He
lines,
wants
whatever you call it.
government funded grocery stores. Do you want the fucking grocery
Yeah,
store to be like a DMV where you gotta wait 2 or 3 hours, like in the DMV?
yeah, I read that too. They're right. He wants government funded grocery stores, and that will not work. You know, they had
That is
back in the
communism.
yeah, back in the coal mining days in eastern Kentucky, they actually had company stores, and those didn't even work out. Company stores would pay you your wages plus company money, and you could use company coins in the company store to buy groceries. My grandfather had a company store. I've still got a company coin somewhere, and it didn't work out there either. People don't want to shop at a company store. It's potentially putting money. I don't know whether it did or not, but it'll potentially put money back into the company. They need to be in business for what they're doing, not trying to get all the money they pay their workers back from them. So, I'm all about the DMV. Talking about the disabled military veterans. Is that what you're talking about? 'Cause I'm all about the DMV.
I think he's talking about the Department of Motor Vehicles. At least that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
Department of
well,
Motor Vehicles. How you gotta wait like 2 or 3 hours in line just to get your freaking driver's license renewed.
yeah, it ain't been like that in a while though. At least not here. They changed it to where we only have to go renew our license either. Can't remember if it's every 5 or 10 years, but it's a long time.
Yeah, it's 10 years in Florida.
I think it's 10 years here too. So I just recently did mine, and you go in and you take a queue number, and you can go out and sit in your car or whatever, and they let you know when your number comes up. You just go in there and just like an appointment.
You know what's a serious problem in Florida though? They don't make you take any kind of like they don't give a damn if you're 100 years old. You'll go in there, renew your license. They don't even see if you can still drive a car. They're just like, here's your license. Then you got these people that are literally 105 years old driving through buildings, killing kids. I
They
mean, it's
already
mostly a Florida problem.
well, no, it's a national problem. They already give driver's licenses away. Most people driving don't deserve to drive, and they're commercial driver's license should be harder to get than what I went through. And everything I went through for a commercial driver's license is what a regular driver's license should
Should
have,
be.
a regular person should have to go through. Hey, Graham,
Yep.
I'm going to have to cut it short here. I'm down to
Okay.
15% on my phone. I'm going to have to go plug it in. But I've enjoyed talking to you on this wonderful day. And
Happy 4th of
I don't know.
July if we don't talk before then. Or I'll
Oh,
say
we'll
happy
talk.
4th to you. Yeah, we'll talk.
Happy 4th to you too. We'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk. I'll see you either in the chats or because I'd like to be honest with you, if you don't have a live with somebody else, and don't get me wrong, have a live with whoever you want to. I like the fact that you're doing lives with various people. It's good. It's good for the channel.
Yeah, you're
It
still
gives
my
more.
favorite guest, though. Don't forget.
Hey, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
But it's good for the channel, and it's more important we get the word out, and everybody knows we support Trump and what's going on. That's what's important. We got a mission. It ain't about getting famous or anything like that. It's about spreading awareness. So,
Hell yeah, we're
you know,
spreading the truth and awareness. They want to say some fake bullshit about some fake news shit. Hell no, we're not gonna let that fake shit get around. This is a channel for real news and real facts, and that's what we're here to talk about.
yeah. Sherry's about to have a heart attack. It's okay, Sherry. We actually love you too. I mean, I do. I love all men, all women. I love people, even the nasty ones. I say a prayer every night and pray for people like that God will come into their heart and change them and save their souls.
God bless
So
you, Sherry. We'll pray for you, Sherry. Even though you wish death on us, we'll pray for you.
that's right. And for the last 47 people out there, I think most of the haters are gone now. But don't forget Bojangles. This Saturday morning will be no different. I'll be at Bojangles 7 a.m. I'll have that same fat stack of cash on me. We can have a biscuit, have a coffee, talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, but anyways, it's good talking with you, Graham, and I'll see you in chats or something. You take care.
You take care. Have a good week. Bye bye.
You take.
W guest. Much appreciated. He's on the show quite frequently. He's one of my favorite guys. One of my favorite guys out there. Glad to have met him. I don't know, Sherry. I wasn't honestly reading all your comments, but I could probably point out a few of them if you want me to show you some of them were hate. Okay, I don't see any hate comments so far. Let me check. No, I don't see any hate comments. All right, I'll give you props. Yeah, I know. We just ended the live stream. Keep hating. 6,000 something followers. Well, I'm ending the live now. Peace out, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to be a D1 hater, join the Discord. We got a Discord. It's free to join. Link in the bio. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Peace out. Well, that's nice of you, Sherry. Have a great week. Have a great 4th of July, everyone.